A question came in from a viewer the other day about seller leasebacks. The viewer wanted to know what forms to use to create a 6-month seller leaseback. As you know, the temporary seller leaseback form that you use states that it is not to be used for a lease longer than 90 days. This 90 days restriction is because under the property code, if a lease is for short term, 90 days or less, the lease is not governed by the requirements of the property code for rental property. Such things as changing locks, having working smoke detectors and fire extinguishers, and landlord's legal responsibilities to repair any defects in the property that affect the health and safety of the tenant are not mandated when the lease is 90 days or less. The temporary leaseback is written with that in mind, and its real purpose is simply to effect delayed possession. The temporary lease requires seller, now tenant, to maintain all the systems and equipment on the property during the leaseback and deliver the property as he would have had to if given at closing, ordinary wear and tear accepted. If seller needs a longer leaseback, you cannot use the temporary leaseback. The form that could be used is the regular residential lease agreement form provided by the Texas Realtors. The effective date of that lease would have to be tied to the closing of the contract, and in special provisions of the contract, you would need to add a statement similar to the following. This contract is contingent upon the agreement and acceptance of the attached lease agreement by both parties to the contract. Something to remember: any leaseback, temporary or long-term, is subject to the approval of any lender financing the purchase. If the lender is giving the buyer what they call an owner-occupied loan, that means the owner lives and claims the property as his homestead, and generally the lender will not allow a leaseback longer than 60 days. This is something that needs to be discovered before executing the lease, because if the originally agreed upon lease term is longer than a lender allows, this issue is not easily fixed to accommodate financing approval. Thank you for your viewership, and send me your ideas for topics at tipoftheweek@allegiancetitle.com. I hope to see you at one of our closing tables soon. Thank you.